Now, once you've done a good job of prospecting and you've broken the ice and had some initial conversations, and maybe they've expressed interest in your flight school, and you've pre-qualified them as being uh, kind of the right age and the right demographics and things like that, you can go ahead and take the next step, which is building credibility with that person. Hopefully, you've captured their contact information, their name, address, and phone number, and so on. Some people might sign up right away. You know, when they walk in the door, they're ready to go. They give you their name, address, phone number, credit card, schedule their first flight, and everything is fantastic. When that happens, that's great. Most of the time, though, people are going to come in, they're going to ask some questions, they're going to go away, they're going to talk to their friends, they're going to try and get the money together. There's going to be a lot of things that happen in between when you first make contact with them and when they actually sign up. And that could take a couple of days, it could even take weeks or months. So you want to make sure that you capture their contact information and plan a next step. You want to make sure that they always have a next step with you. So some of the things that you can do, you want to show them what's better about your flight school compared to the others in the area. And you want to start with their reasons why they want to learn how to fly. So if they are career pilots, you're going to take a different approach with them than if they are flying for recreation. Now, if they're recreational pilots, you're going to want to point out all of the cool things that they can fly around in your area. You can say that your practice area is very scenic and it's near a lake. Some other things that are unique about your flight school. Tell them why you chose to go to work at this flight school. Sometimes that's a good place to start. Tell them your personal stories of what's great about it. You can talk about the location, the curriculum, the airport, the instructor qualifications, the safety record, the airplanes, whatever is better about your flight school than about the others in the area. And now you might want to talk with your senior instructor or your manager about some answers to these questions. If they ask a question that you don't know the answer to, bring another person into the conversation and let them help answer those questions, and then you'll know the answers for next time. You want to give them a tour of the building, show them around. This is where we do the ground school. Here's the hangar. Here are the airplanes that we use. Showing is always better than telling whenever you have the opportunity. People love to see rather than hear about things. And then, you go around answering their questions and being very specific about their interests. But when you think they're ready, and you've respected their speed, if they seem kind of hesitant, let them take a little bit more time. You might want to match your speaking style to theirs. If they're a very fast talker and fast mover, you may want to speed yours up a little bit so that you're matching their speed. If they are very hesitant and have lots of questions and seem to want to go slower, you want to match that as well, because you want them to feel that you're a great teacher and you can teach to their style. When the questions start to run out, ask a question of your own. When do you want to get started? Whenever you feel that's appropriate, that's usually a great time, and you have to use your judgment to decide when is a good time to ask them. So are you ready to get started with your flight training? There are three possibilities when you ask that question. Let's go ahead and get you started. One, they'll sign up. Two is they will ask more questions. And then, of course, you keep showing them the answers to their questions wherever you possibly can, or explaining as carefully as you can the answers to their questions. And again, matching their pacing and their speed, and being a great teacher here, because selling is all about teaching, and being a flight instructor is also all about teaching. So this requires judgment, and it requires being a good teacher. The third outcome is possibly that they might say that they're not interested, or they'll give what we call an objection or a delay, saying, well, this is too expensive, or I'm too busy right now, or one of those kinds of statements. And we'll talk about how to deal with objections in just a moment. But you probably know how to deal with those first two by now. What do you do when they sign up? Help them. Take their credit card, sign them up, get them scheduled for their first flight, and so on. If they ask more questions, you do what you've been doing, which is answering those questions very well. If they give an objection, we'll talk about that in the next unit.